Good afternoon, and welcome to the in-person event for the Diamond Challenge, high school entrepreneurial competition created by the Horn Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Delaware. My name is Charles Willis, and I will be one of your hosts for the day. I'm joined by my fellow host and event coordinator, Ms. Emma Alatini. We'll be your guides today through today's events. Today's event is a historic moment for both Seisen International School and Japan, as we're the first partnership for the Diamond Challenge in Japan.
So a little bit of information about the Horn Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Delaware is that they were created and they serve as the creative engine for the entrepreneurship education and advancement at the University of Delaware. So they were built and actively supported by successful entrepreneurs. The Horn Entrepreneurship empowers aspiring innovators as they pursue new ideas for a better world. The Horn Entrepreneurship Program powers the Diamond Challenge, which is the cornerstone for youth entrepreneurship actively and globally. So this was created in 2012 to support the next generation of high school entrepreneurs. The Diamond Challenge has helped over 15,000 students bring their entrepreneurial ideas to life. And these are 7 of these ideas that they helped to empower and amplify. So today we welcome you all to the Seisen International School. The head of school, Colette Rogers, will come and say a couple of words of welcome, and then we will begin today's events. So thank you, Colette.
I promise to keep my remarks very, very brief, but I just want to extend a warm Seisen International School welcome on a cold day. And I'm thrilled that we have the opportunity to host today and to listen to some ideas that might indeed change the world. We know that there's a lot of work goes on behind the scenes with the students coming together, discovering an idea, collaborating, getting the courage to stand up on a stage and to pitch their ideas to everybody. And a lot of people behind the scenes with the students, their teachers, their supporters, and also I want to just give a shout out to Ms. Alatini and Mr. Kavilas for all the work behind the scenes putting this together today. We're in hopes that this is going to be a long-standing tradition at our school, and we're in hopes that some of the ideas that we hear about today are going to move the world forward. So enjoy your moment on the stage, students, and good luck.
So thank you again to our attendees and judges for taking the time out of their busy schedules to be with us for today. We look forward to a day filled with innovation and creativity. A huge round of applause to our participants as well and the teams for just making it to this stage as well, as it is a very lengthy process. If you are unfamiliar with the Diamond Challenge, what happens is that students create a product and some kind of idea or concept, and then they submit it to a whole host of round of judging, and they have to make a minimum score in order to compete today. So, huge round of applause to our participants and the teams that are qualified. From today, we will choose one winner who will then compete at the University of Delaware in April of this year. So, today we have 2 different tracks. I'm so sorry, I got ahead of myself before we get there. The overview of today is we will be starting with our pitches, and then we will move into a short break followed by a panel and then our award ceremony. So I'll explain a little bit about how the judging works after this. So we now welcome our panel of judges who will be helping with today's events. So judges, you have the microphone on 2 of the tables. If we could start by introducing ourselves and kind of what you do, and so your name, your industry, and possibly your company or what you do. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Hiro. I work at MetLife. I'm the Chief Customer Officer. So what that means is I try to help my company become a customer-centric company. And so I help with both customer protection, as well as helping build experiences and then making our company the one that can move for the customers. So thank you very much. Excited to be here today.
Sorry, I was cold. Hello, my name's May. I'm a Seisen alumni, proud to be one, and now I work in Deloitte. In tax and legal is the industry within the Deloitte group. And I'm the Chief Operating Officer, so I oversee the growth of the firm as well as the operations. So I'm very looking forward to all of your ideas and pitches today. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Kay. I work in asset management, so our firm invests in small and mid-sized companies all the way to large companies, and we also invest in companies that come to the public, so IPOs, etc. I first started about this challenge several years ago when I interviewed a student from the school who participated in the Firebird Challenge, and went all the way to NASA, and I was just absolutely blown away by the amount of innovation and idea generation that comes from you all. So I'm really excited to hear your ideas today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Manuel. I am part of the judging panel. I'm looking forward to today's presentation. I work in biotech. I try to help academics and pharma industry to better understand the immune system. And I also work at the University of Tsukuba in their MBA program, teaching business strategy and entrepreneurship. Again, I'm looking forward to today. Thank you for coming.
Hello everyone, I'm Amelia. I'm a Seisen graduate and a Seisen parent. Most recently, for the last 10 years, I worked at innovation and design consultancy called Insightium. And so I worked in this design thinking process for a while. And then recently I switched to leading a global environmental NGO called Conservation International, working with corporations and government to halt and reverse the biodiversity and climate crisis. But very excited and looking forward to learning about all your world-changing ideas.
Thank you, judges. So the Diamond Challenge is split into two different tracks: the innovation track, or the social innovation track, and the business innovation track. So the business innovation track is for products and concepts that are focused on solving a customer program, and that by doing so will generate profit and revenue. The social innovation track is for products and concepts that are focused on solving a social problem and making a positive impact on people or the environment. For today, we will have 2 teams competing in the social innovation track, and we will be having 4 teams in the business innovation track. And from there, we will choose one winner who will be invited to go to the University of Delaware for the Diamond Challenge Summit finalist. So, a quick recap of today's rules will be teams will have 5 minutes to present, and the time limit will be strictly enforced. This time begins when the first member begins to speak. A countdown of the remaining time will be visible via a laptop up here. When that time limit is reached, I will allow you to finish your sentence only. After the judges will have 3 minutes to ask questions about the presentation. Time begins when the first judge speaks. If the presentation ends before the 5-minute time limit, the Q&A session will still remain 3 minutes. At the end of the Q&A session, judges will complete their evaluation forms while the next presenting team will be announced, and I will help them to set up their presentation. The criteria for today is based on 3 different questions. Can the concept work? What impact will it make if it does? And can this team succeed? Between the two criteria for the social innovation and business innovation, the main difference between the two is that the business innovation is focused on whether or not this is a plausible idea that will generate some kind of revenue or profit. The social innovation focuses more on the social impact of the product. So, for today, we will be starting with the social innovation concept. So judges, if you could take a social innovation criteria. And our first team to start will be Ageless Engage. So if Ageless Engage could come up to the front, and then I will get them started. Judges, the name is Ageless Engage.
Hello, my name is Hiroyuki. And Keito. Today we are going to introduce our app, Ageless Engage. First of all, I'd like to ask you one question. Are your grandparents still working? Probably not. I guess most of your grandparents are at home most of the time. This lack of engagement in the society accelerates negative effects of old age, such as lack of exercise and dementia, also causing labor shortage. But what keeps them from working after retirement? We interviewed our grandparents and found out that they have trouble finding jobs or volunteers, although they still want to work. Half of older people in Japan don't usually use internet, and which makes it harder for them to get job information. Additionally, they have concerns about their fitness and are worried that the workplace might not be barrier-free. According to research, there are over 27 million older people currently not employed, while there is projected shortage of 11 million workers by 2040. These numbers show that if we can connect older people with businesses seeking workers, there is a great chance for social innovation. To cope with this problem, we proposed Ageless Engage. Ageless Engage is a mobile platform that helps older people find local businesses or volunteers. We aim to support older people to utilize their skills and stay engaged in the local community. This helps older people to meet new people and keep playing their role in the society.
Let us introduce Ageless Engage's three main features designed specifically for older people: location map, job voice control, and career-based service. First of all, we introduced location map. From our interview, we found that older people prefer to work within the town. With this feature, users can find jobs at familiar local places, which makes it easier for them to commute. Second, voice control allows users to control the map with their voice. From our interview, we found that older people have trouble controlling phones with their fingers. With voice control, users can easily control the map, like zoom out, move right, etc. Third feature is career-based search. This feature allows users to search for jobs based on their past careers and skills. For example, my grandfather, who was a rowing player, said that if a local high school's rowing club asked him to work as a coach, he would be more than happy to accept that job. Users can also search for workplaces with barrier-free facilities such as elevators and ramps.
Next, we are going to explain our business model. First, we collect information about local businesses looking for workers by collaborating with local governments and re-employment organizations. Second, Ageless Engage suggests the jobs to users in their region based on their past career. Third, and finally, if a user accepts a job on an app, we receive 10% of the wage in the first year. This is our project revenue. Our main expense is labor costs for programmers, and our main revenue is commission fees generated when users get paid for jobs they find on the app. Since this business doesn't require physical stores, we predict that this business becomes profitable from the second year. Next, we will move on to our marketing part. As a social innovation platform, we will collaborate with local government and organizations to get information about job offers at local workplaces. There are a lot of re-employment events for older people held by these organizations, and we will promote our product there.
Lastly, we will explain our plans for the development. We are currently working on the prototype and planning to complete it by the end of March. After that, we will distribute our demo app and get feedback. And then we will ask local government organizations for collaboration. We are planning to publish our app by July. Let's make an inclusive society where everyone can engage agelessly. Thank you very much for listening.
Judges, you have about 1 minute and then we'll start our Q&A
Thank you very much. Very interesting. I think there is certainly need in the market. Have you thought about how to train those people who may have been out of work for a while to gain the skills that the companies now need from the workers?
Thank you for asking. So for the skills needed for the actual job, we're thinking about utilizing their skills that they already possess. My grandfather played rowing when he was very young, and now he wants to teach to young people, and so that's what we imagine in this product.
Thank you very much. You mentioned you will be testing your prototypes, but what prototype did you plan on making, and what are the main things you'll be testing?
So we're going to make a mobile app, like demo app that can work on your smartphone, and we'll be distributing the app to our grandparents, and also we'll contact our local re-employment organization, and there are a lot of events for especially older people to find their favorite job workplaces. So then we'll try to introduce our app there and get feedback after that.
Thank you for your presentation. Have you thought about any sort of specific global areas to test out your prototype?
Local? Sorry. Actually, we have interviewed only my grandparents, and don't have concrete idea or prototyping and just in a demo. But we try to find older people looking for jobs first, then ask for improvements. Then we'll move on to the re-employment organization collaboration. Then we'll publish our app after that.
What is your target market? Are you limiting the age, or is this free for all? Clearly it's aimed at the retirement population, but clearly I can see how this would be able to be used for people that are not already retired, maybe looking for a second job, or part-time workers. Where do you see your target market?
Our target market is, the main target is older people, especially after retirement. Like our grandparents, because they still want to work, but they don't have opportunity to work after they retire. So that's our main focus. But if our application is do very well with them, then we can we can move on to promoting them for people looking for second career or want to utilize their skills in other fields, and that'll be another way that our apps can be used.
Thank you. So that concludes our Q&A for Ageless Engage. Can we have another round of applause for Ageless Engage? It's very difficult to be the first team to go, so major props to them. Thank you so much. The next team that we will be having is Gravitery. Team Gravitery, please come to the front and we'll get you set up. Judges, you will have some time to take notes and also make your scoring as well. judges, please take the next 10 seconds to finish up your last thoughts. Judges, you'll still be on the social innovation criteria, so please make sure you're on that one. And the team name is Gravitery. Team Gravitery, when you are ready, I will begin the timer.
Step into reality where being eco-friendly can be both troublesome and costly, not just to our pockets, but to the environment and those around us. The conventional methods we rely on for renewable storage energy come with its hidden costs, as well as the environmental toll we can no longer ignore.
In a world without the Gravitat, it's not just about inconvenience. It's about the imminent consequences we're sleepwalking into.
Hello, we are Lilin, Anushka,
Lilika,
and Elle, and
together we are Gravitery.
When using renewable energy, there is a peak time of efficiency where renewable energy is produced. Unfortunately, that does not align with when we need electricity the most. Therefore, we rely on energy storage systems to help store this surplus energy to use later on when renewable energy cannot be produced. However, the most common method of storing energy currently is by using lithium-ion batteries, which are not only super costly, but also a danger to our environment and those around us.
According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, there are over 25,000 incidents of fire or overheating among lithium-ion batteries.
But fear not, we at Gravitery are committed to redefining sustainability with our new cutting-edge innovation. Introducing the Gravitat, our new revolutionary energy storage system. At its core, the Gravitat utilizes Gravitery to store and convert potential energy into usable renewable electricity to provide us with a constant supply of renewable electricity even when renewable energy cannot be produced. This system offers a sustainable and economical alternative to lithium-ion batteries. The Gravitat consists of two pulley systems and a conveyor belt attached to both of them, where two compartments are located here and here. During the peak times of solar panel efficiency, weight shifted like spheres are going to be brought up to the top compartment right here. This is then stored as potential energy, and the buckets located on the conveyor belt will be released based on sensors and time intervals when renewable energy is no longer available. This creates a spin in the pulleys and then powers the generator and thus creates electricity. The Gravitat spans 150 meters with 50 meters above ground and 100 meters below ground. It has 33 buckets, and each bucket has 10 spheres with 200 tons. A town of 600 residents consumes 17,880 kilowatt-hour per day. However, half of this can be provided by solar panels during the day. We aim to provide the other half of 9,840 kilowatt during the night, which will be made by 3 plants, all carrying 6,600 tons. Moreover, technology powering the Gravitat is not only pioneering, but exceptionally well suited for a real-world application. While there are other products using the concept of gravitational battery, our product is entirely unique and ripe for patenting.
Moving on to the business aspect of things, Gravitery will transform the energy efficiency market by introducing the Gravitat, which has high viability and marketability and great potential in the business world. By implementing our product as a mainstream and accessible resource, our product will strive in an environment where energy efficiency continues to be a major problem. Entering the market with a focus on large companies and sustainable smart towns in Japan, such as Fujisawa SST, as well as implementing our product through legislative and governmental action, Gravitery is ready. Such large partnerships in cities with around 600 households would mean that the high initial investment cost to install the Gravitat can become an affordable cost. As Gravitat can last up to around 100 years, if we charge about 30 yen for the first 10 years, we will be able to regain our initial investment cost and thereafter start profiting around $60,000 per year. This means we can eventually reduce the price per kilowatt hour to 25 yen or even 20 yen, making going green would be more cheaper.
Our gravity-based technology ensures efficient and enduring energy storage system, surpassing that of traditional alternatives.
GravBat makes using renewable energy a breeze, providing eco-friendly and long-lasting energy storage systems, as well as encouraging wide-scale adoption.
We believe going green should be easy and convenient, which is why GravBat is designed to seamlessly integrate into our daily lives.
Because at Gravitery,
We're redefining sustainability,
one GravBat at a time.
Thank you, Gravitery. Judges, your Q&A will start as soon as the first person has it.
Thank you very much. Again, very impressed with what this team has also accomplished. Just a quick question. I don't fully understand how the GravBat works. Is it like a solar panel? Is it like a wind farm? If it's 60 meters, what is the need to really put these into the ground? Can I put one in the back of my house?
The need for this is because when we're using solar panels, for example, when we're using solar panels, they're only efficient during the daytime. So we want to fully utilize the energy that is created from these renewable energies by having like a storage system that we can use anytime. So we can use the energy that was created from the sun in the daytime and then use it later in the nighttime. And the current solution of that is lithium-ion batteries, but as proven so, they're extremely detrimental. So we were creating a natural battery that uses gravity to create electricity.
That battery is below ground or next to the solar panel? I didn't understand.
It's next to like a solar panel field, so the solar panel field will be connected to the GravBat, and then connected to homes.
Thank you.
Hi, great presentation. I like the energy. 10 years is a really long payback for this kind of, I think you mentioned 10 years. What's limiting that, and is there a way to make that much, much shorter?
Well, if we try to make it shorter, it would mean that the expense for using for the consumers would be, because this is a subscription-based system, then it would mean you would have to increase the price for using the batteries, which is why we decided to stretch it over a longer period of time. But hopefully, it also depends on the amount of houses in these sustainable smart towns, because the one we looked at, the Fujisawa SST, for example, that one has around 600 households, so the cost would be split within those households. But then if we have like another smart town with more houses, then obviously we can make it cheaper.
And our goal is to mainly use this innovation as a stepping stone to make renewable energy more accessible to people all around the world, so that we can open up to a wide range of audiences, so that we can make going green more convenient for most people.
Last question.
Thank you for your presentation. And great idea. I'm just wondering, is there any initial cost for you to make this product into a commercial product?
Yeah, so the initial investment cost is pretty high due to the materials we use and the alloys. So it would cost around 5 to 8 million USD, but then once again, this is going to be split between many households. And so with our current plan of charging 30 yen per kilowatt hour, which is pretty close to the current price for non-renewable energy, like that costs, I think, 28 yen per kilowatt hour for household. Yeah. So then it's pretty close, but then we can eventually make this cheaper to around 20 or 25 yen, making it cheaper to use our product and go green.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
And that concludes our social innovation concepts for today. We will now be moving into our business innovation concepts, starting with Team UniStep. So judges, please take the next minute or so to finish up your thoughts. So judges, we will now be moving to the business innovation criteria. So please make sure we're on the business innovation criteria. And this is Team UniStep. So Team UniStep, once you begin talking, your 5 minutes will begin.
I would like you to picture yourself standing in a bustling train station, surrounded by a whirlwind of people. Some carry suitcases, others rush for their trains, while some walk by engrossed in their phones. You take a single step forward and are immediately spot someone headed your way. Thankfully, you react in time and take a step to the side to avoid collision. Now picture the scenario again, except this time, you cannot see this incoming danger. Unfortunately, this is the reality of 2.2 billion visually impaired individuals worldwide who are subjected to navigate a world modeled for sighted individuals. This situation calls for a new innovation, a device that allows for better mobility and greater independence. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Giselle.
I'm Joey. I'm Yo-Yo. I'm Ellen, and we present to you UniStep. UniStep is a wearable-assisted guiding tool that navigates the visually impaired through crowded areas, completely hands-free. Incorporating a smart device that can be attached to a shoe, UniStep detects obstacles as far as 4 meters away through its equipped ultrasonic sensors. With a separate open-ear headphone that provides voice guidance, wirelessly paired to the shoe device via Bluetooth, users are notified of the sensed obstacles while also enabled to pick up on sounds from their surroundings, which is crucial for the visually impaired in identifying location and threat. Therefore, compared to conventional guiding tools of guide dogs and white canes, UniStep presents a low-maintenance, yet smart, sturdy, and automated solution that elevates one's sense of independence without compensating for the user's safety. The shoe device is comprised of 3 sensor compartments, one on the front, one on the outer side, and one on the back, held together with a woven elastic band. This feature allows the tool to thoroughly scan the space around the users in all directions. Behind the outer side sensor, there's a mechanical compartment comprised of a single-board computer that is powered with replaceable alkaline bottom batteries through a DC-DC converter. Followed by a Bluetooth audio transmitter attached to a breakout board, the signals from all 3 of the sensors are processed together into verbal voice assistance. All pieces of the device are covered by a hard shell-like case made of liquid silicone rubber, which is a durable material resistant to heat, oil, wind, UV, and rain, thus optimizing UniStep for outdoor environments.
One of the main issues our innovation addresses is the difficulty in acquiring assistive technologies that are accommodating to the needs of visually impaired individuals. Our innovation is compact and hands-free, preventing users from not being able to use their hands in dangerous situations and allowing them to blend in with people around them. Additionally, by using an open-ear headphone, we ensure that users can hear surrounding sounds while listening to voice guidance. Therefore, UniStep elevates outdoor traveling into a seamless experience for visually impaired individuals. Currently, most automated assistive technologies are paired with smartphones, but what they fail to realize is the inconvenience smartphones present to the visually impaired. An interview we conducted with the Japan Federation of the Blind confirmed this, indicating the inconvenience of smartphone-dependent solutions. To combat this, UniStep offers unparalleled value through its voice assistance, enabling seamless navigation and enhanced safety. Moreover, its attachable feature to any shoe eliminates the need for specific footwear. Finally, its comprehensive coverage in all directions ensures users are alerted to obstacles from all angles.
The key revenue streams of UniStep will be from customer purchase, while additional revenues will be collected from a charge repayment system. Such demand derives from 1.64 million visually impaired individuals and 58 organizations in Japan. As shown in the diagram, the global market for visual impairment is expected to increase in every region, including Asia Pacific, by 9,000 million USD in the fall until 2029. This suggests a consistent growth in the market size of our product in the following years. The initial target market will be Japan, where the government provides various support for the visually impaired individuals, which also enables joint development with the governmental organizations such as the Japan Federation of the Blind and NGO Network on Disabilities. Afterwards, the target market will be expanded globally from nearby countries such as South Korea and Hong Kong, which contains 250,000 and 175 target customers respectively.
To conclude, our innovation seeks to promote the independence of visually impaired individuals by revolutionizing their mobility in outdoor navigation, allowing them to move without hesitation.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Gravitery. Judges, your time will begin. The first question is...
Yes, thank you for your presentation. I'm still trying to understand how this will work in actual usage, but can you sort of walk us through an example scenario?
Yes, for example, when the user would like to use this device, they would attach this shoe device onto their shoe in a way that straps onto them. So this part comes to the toe side of the shoe, and this comes to the heel, while this attaches to the side of the shoe, the midsole. And with a separate open ear headphone, which does not plug in the headphone in like earpiece into the ear, which enables the visually impaired people to listen to incoming sounds of cars or incoming sounds of footsteps, which elevates the safety in a way that they are still able to familiarize themselves with the surrounding environment while still receiving the voice guidance. And so this sensor compartment will detect the incoming obstacles and will, through a single word computer, would process that data and transfer that into voice assistance. Yes.
Thank you. What prompted you to focus on this market?
Sorry, could you repeat it again?
Why did you decide to focus on this market?
So we originally started by watching a documentary, and we also saw news online about how this road is really modeled for sighted individuals, and the visually impaired individuals could encounter many challenges, such as not having guiding poles that's accommodating to their needs and the tactile pavement being occupied. So we wanted to help, even just a little bit with our ability, and that caused us to want to design this product.
Yes, specifically, one of us saw on a snow day, it was actually on television, but then there were snow remover machines, removing snow from the pavement, but then we realized that it didn't remove the snow from the blocks. Tactile pavements for the visually impaired. And we thought that, we really lack consciousness of this issue, and how might we help them to make this world more accommodating and accessible?
I think the concept of taking sensors and providing it to helpful guidance sounds really exciting. How difficult is that challenge from a software or application perspective to take these sounds and translate them into meaningful guidance that's going to be appreciated by the users?
The sensor mechanism itself would not take much difficulty in constructing, since existing innovations are there that reads data through sensors, but then our challenge here is to transform that into voice guidance, which will be made possible through a Bluetooth audio transmitter and programming data, which we are capable of as we all have programming experience.
Thank you, Team Gravitery. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Team UniStep. Thank you once again. The next team up to the stage will be Team Insightium.
So, hello, today we'll be presenting to you Insightium, an educational app and website made to support any student's learning. I'm Alex, I come from France, and I'm mainly focused on the financial analysis of the business. This is Beatrix. She's mainly conducting SWOT analysis, and she is the overall leader of the team. This is Hazel, doing the market research.
So, what is a problem we're trying to solve? We've identified that there's challenges of having limited access to study materials, personalized learning support, and academic integrity, as well as global tutoring accessibility for confused students around the world that has an affordable budget. So this gives the opportunity to create this site where students can help each other and where past students can sell their papers and notes for extra allowances, as well as connecting teachers who are familiar with international systems to have extra savings and have new customers. So here's our product, Insightium, and we have a web page as well as an app. And this is how the web page will be like when you go into the web. So we're hoping that we can make it as something that schools can connect to. And this will allow students to connect to notes and past papers from earlier senior students without really knowing the person, as well as artificial intelligence to target specific needs for students, an AI checker for academic integrity, as well as connecting tutors to students who need extra tutoring sessions, and of course mock tests and exams.
Market research. We did comprehensive market research, including various market surveys, and we believe the global educational AI market is big enough to grow our business, as it reached $1.8 billion in 2021, and is expected to grow at a 34.4% growth rate through 2030. The US market for educational AI might have the following specific needs: personalized learning, student engagement, data analyzing, and supporting professional development. Here we created a survey questioning real-life students, teachers, and parents on their thoughts on educational AI products. As shown, when asked if they are willing to use educational artificial intelligence products, if it could have more customized and helpful features, more than 75% of applicants who filled out the form agreed. When asked if there are any features which have been ignored in current products but appears to them, most applicants suggested smarter answers, the ability to suggest more in-depth topics following the student's course, and a more personalized experience. This record of what real-life students want from their own perspective points out the needed features of an educational AI platform that most products on the market lack. Market segmentation for the educational AI market in the US can be divided into distinct groups based on various criteria as projected below. Education levels, learning environments, and different budget groups are all different aspects from which we differentiate different groups of customers. Here we have our user profiling, which was created based on different needs and accessibility.
And we also have a SWOT profile, of which we identify the strengths, weakness, threats, and opportunities. Our strengths we've identified as access to diverse resources, was the utilization of AI pass notes. Other websites now have AI and a combination of pass notes, as well as personalized learning where the AI can adapt their criteria according to the student's needs, as well as time sufficient for students can have resources just by a click of a button. And scalability, the platform can scale rapidly once commensurate to a larger scales of users. Of course, there's reliability for we're using ChatGPT and other tools to back up the information. We understand there's weaknesses and opportunities and threats through our competitors' analysis. Though we are quite similar, there are still some differences, and our biggest opponent shall be Test Portal, of which have similar features such as past students' notes as well as AI.
So then I'll start talking about the monetization plan, which will be based on a subscription model. So first of all, we'll have a basic trial, which will be one free test generated for a student, and then we'll also have two different tiers available afterwards. The first tier, which will have 5 free tests per month, which is quite a good deal, is for mainly students for themselves preparing for the test, or for the parents that are trying to prepare their kids for the tests, for SATs mainly. And then we'll also have the second tier, which is for bigger schools, like such as Seisen, for their overall kids to have the tests prepared for them automatically compared to their level and different age groups. Then the income statement analysis shows that the income is quite profitable, amounting to approximately $3 million in the first year, but the profit will be $2,018,000 due to the expenses, notably for the server costs, as you can see here, the research and development, and for the marketing, which will be much more pronounced at the beginning of the year. And also some income will be higher in the peak months such as September and January, because that is when most students are trying to prepare for the tests. And the total available market here, as you can see, is 28.4 million. If we have all the American market is what we're mainly focusing for, and the fundraising plan will be probably searching for angel investors to get the business off the ground.
Thank you, Team Insightium.
Thank you very much. As a parent myself, I like all the tools available to my disposal and others. My main concern is the motivation of the students. How do you entice them? What is your value proposition to students that they get on it and not use other resources?
We created this was an inspiration from us taking exams and don't know where to look. At first, we went through one of the competitors of ours, Talk City, but it wasn't helpful enough. We're only has university, we're materials graduate in high school, and that's not really helpful. So we wanted something that's more beneficial like that. And if we do create this product, we shall spread it in our grade, of which we do send the surveys out to, which is about 600 people. That's the total market at our school of our age. So, because there's tests, and that's pressuring. So it will be really easy for students to look into something like that to help them to make the process easier.
Thank you.
So when I was studying in my days, it was just purely passing on notes. What's stopping students from doing that, and why should they use this product over that? I'm guessing your value proposition is that this is linked to, connected to schools around the world, and that you have that globalized sort of network. Is that your edge?
Yeah, that's correct. But when you're missing notes, you don't really know exactly who you're supposed to reach out to. You might know older students in your school, but if you talk to them, they might not answer the specific question that you're facing. And that shows the limit of resources. Whereas in the flip side, it gathers all the past students, hopefully, and they will submit their notes, and you can gather those information that you need for a test.
Also, in addition, our platform can also be used for tuition, because in real life, we recognize that tuition on academic and extracurricular activities is a mainstream phenomenon, and therefore there is a need for a platform which offers more customized academic and extracurricular tuition.
And also, as this is also mainly a test preparing app, and website, it doesn't really, notes don't really prepare you for tests, they just give you the information. And personally, sometimes I struggle with actually doing the test because I don't really know the format, and the AI helping you, well, it will help you actually prepare the tests and have them kind of modified to your level if ever it's something a bit too difficult so you can progress up. So it's mainly for like preparing the tests also as the tests are.
Thank you. On your SWOT analysis, in the weaknesses, I think you've already stated the accuracy or the quality. How do you plan to sort of place some, governance around that so you get the top quality?
That connects to our feedback side.
Yeah.
That's communication with our. So that's communication with our customers. We're hoping to use social media and the bug reporting system in the website and app, and of course customer group chats. Specifically, the bug reporting system on the app and the website, it's an option that students can use, and they'll be able to submit their issue and get consulted by AI immediately, if not within 2 working days manually. And when this kind of error occurs, we will also manually check similar items as well as identifying similar problems and try to resolve that. And we will also, from time to time, sample from different sections to see if the AI and the past papers match each other. There's customer group chats, so they can talk and talk to us straight away about problems they have, and we'll try to solve it ASAP, and social media. So that's the 3 parts we'll do. Team Insightium. Thank you so much.
We will now have Team Hydrota to the stage. Judges, please complete your criteria for Team Insightium.
Team Hydrota. Team Hydrota.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa. I am Sodium.
I'm Hibiki.
And I'm Olivia. We are Hydrota, and we believe it's time to revolutionize the way we power our world with electricity. The problem we address is all too familiar: the alarming rise in carbon emissions and our relentless dependence on fossil fuels. 1,170 metric tons of CO2. Metric tons of CO2. In 2021, Japan ranked a whopping 5th place out of 175 countries, accounting for 2.9% of the world's carbon emissions. Our planet and our country are at crossroads, and it's clear that sustainable energy solutions are not just a choice, but a necessity. Traditional energy sources are not only depleting our resources and contributing to climate change, but also demands for substantial infrastructure upgrades in our daily lives. The need for a shift towards an easier and more sustainable alternatives has never been more urgent, and that's where Hydrota comes in. A unique, reliable, and environmentally friendly solution that empowers us as well as the world to take control of our energy future.
Bacteria spores are at the core of our innovation. In particular, Bacillus subtilis spores respond to changes in relative humidity, changing their diameter by as much as 12%. This species is proficient in terms of cortex energy density, meaning they have a high ability to swell and shrink rapidly, and thus a high ability to spin the wheel. So, how do these spores spin the wheel? The spores are suspended in substrate and coated on pieces of polyamide tape, which are attached to the spokes of the wheel, where there are 20 spokes and 24 other spokes. And they have a block of acrylic attached at one end to increase the torque.
The wheels are inside a case where one half is closed to create a relatively dry environment, while the other half is perforated with water-absorbent hydrogel on the interior to maintain a moist environment from the moisture intrusions. The acrylic wheels are attached to a shaft. The acrylic wheels are attached to a shaft, which connects to an electromagnetic generator, which consists of a stack of magnets rotating between two copper coils.
Similar to the function of a water wheel, the coils the spinning of the wheels spin the magnetic shaft, which are connected to a generator, and it generates electricity on the coils of the generator. And we also refer to a water wheel in Kanagawa to estimate the amount of electricity Hydrota may generate, because they use a similar system of turbines and generators to convert kinetic energy into electricity.
According to a study, the time people spend cooking per day in Japanese households is 2 hours and 12 minutes. The water wheel that we referenced produces around 2,916 kilowatt-hours per month. But since the water wheel is bigger than our product size and is mainly powered for 24 hours, we anticipate that Hydrota will produce around 121.5 kilowatt-hours per month. This is a sufficient amount of energy to fulfill up to 85 watts that is consumed regularly through the use of ventilation systems.
We calculated the approximate cost of the materials needed for production and the market price based on a profit margin of 25%. The price would be 34,630 yen, and the profit per unit would be 6,925 yen. which are reasonable numbers in the electronics industry for our startup company.
We also evaluated Hydrota against a competitive product. Although solar panels have a longer lifespan than what Hydrota is expected to have, Hydrota is highly cost-effective and requires less maintenance.
Guiding you through our market analysis, we introduced the TAM, SAM, and SOM to showcase our product's position within the target market. Firstly, TAM represents the entire potential market for our product. For us, it equates to the total number of electrical appliances stores in Japan, with 380,000 stores and 68% of them being minor stores. Secondly, SAM represents a realistic portion that we can target. This would be the number of major electrical appliances stores in Japan, such as Yamada Denki, Big Camera, and Edion, with a total of 2,083 stores. Lastly, SOM represents an estimate of our audience potential considering existing competitors. This equates to the number of potential users who are willing to implement sustainable alternatives such as solar panels, marking a total of 100,000 households.
Thank you, team Hydrota.
Thank you.
Judges, when you're ready.
Thank you. I think it's a great idea. I have a question on the SOM and the serviceable market. My feeling is 100,000 is a little bit too low. I would expect many more people in Japan wanting to use that. What is driving that number? Is it demographics? Is it financial resources? Is it like willingness to try something new? Why is that number 100,000?
The number came in reference from the use of solar panels in Japan, which is 100,000 households.
And if you compare the solar panels, what would be the initial investment? A solar panel is a few million yen if you want to put on your roof or somewhere in your house. What would be the initial investment for Hydrota?
The initial investment, it includes the market price, so it will be 34,630 yen.
Of course, there will be additional prices as well due to the maintenance costs, but it is definitely lower than solar panels, so our SOM could be much higher than that of solar panels.
Thank you.
So, I guess you expect individual households to purchase Hydrota similar to solar panels, but how does it fit into, where do you see it belonging in their home?
So we're going to sell it to electrical appliance stores, and then individual users will buy it from the appliance stores. So, like in the as shown in this diagram, for the total available market, we're going to target like the entire electrical appliance stores in Japan. But specifically, we're going to first target like major electrical appliance stores, like Lisa mentioned, for example, like Yamada Denki Camera. And when users purchase it from the electrical appliance stores, the Hydrota will be installed into the household's ventilation systems.
So it won't be seen on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
One last question, judges.
11 seconds left. Could you scale it to provide more energy? Would that be technically very feasible?
This is actually going to be mentioned in the latter part of our presentation.
So we believe that our product has immense potential to be developed on a much larger scale by taking advantage of natural evaporations in the environment to generate electricity for a group of households or even an entire community.
And by harvesting natural evaporations, Hydrota significantly reduces reliance on traditional energy sources like fossil fuels and lowering carbon emissions towards a more sustainable future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Hydrota. Okay, we have our last team presenting today, which will be Team Gearon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Each of you in this room had a dream when you were growing up. Something that woke you up every morning and filled you with joy and passion. While some can achieve those dreams successfully with limited effort, others have difficulty taking the first step. Consider this. 69% of teens say that they have a business idea, but are unable to start the process. Additionally, in the EU, only 4% of those aged 15 to 24 are self-employed due to barriers such as financial inequality, limited networks, and inadequate education. That's where we come in. Hi, I'm Emmy.
I'm Ganki.
I'm Hikari. And I'm Rizaldo. And together, we're here to introduce you to Gearon and the transformative impact it can make on the next generation of entrepreneurs.
When I was creating my own tutoring business, I struggled to find support from mentorships and initial financial support. And from this collected sharing of interests of business and entrepreneurship and cyber technology, it has strongly influenced us to envision creating the platform for young entrepreneurs.
Gearon is a platform dedicated for youth's entrepreneurial journey by providing services which include content customization, original educational resources, and an AI chatbot.
Utilizing such functions, Gearon aims to support young entrepreneurs by guaranteeing a secure connection between investors and mentors and providing education and funding systems for the youth.
Utilizing AI algorithm, we aim to deliver a highly personalized content to each distinct users rooted in their own cultural and financial background. We're also committed to integrating blockchain technology to guarantee transparency in crowdfunding, boosting both the efficiency and integrity of the platform at the same time.
Demographically, Gearon targets young entrepreneurs globally, primarily those aged 13 to 25. Our secondary audience includes mentors who are passionate to nurture the growth of youth.
Geographically, Gearon will be inclusive to users worldwide. Future plans involve expanding from Japan to overseas, as we believe that this ensures an adaptive approach for a solid foundation.
As you can see in the presented table, Gearon stands out among other entrepreneurs by addressing the unique and distinct needs of young entrepreneurs that other platforms have clearly failed to address or only partially had done. Such factors include provision of deeply personalized support, specialized services for use, and dynamic content creation using AI.
Gearon plans to attract young entrepreneurs via social media and educational partnerships, offering access to platforms and direct networking opportunities, and mentors benefit by profit sharing and mission alignments, ensuring stable source of new users. According to OECD, 69% of young individuals shows interest of starting their own business, showcasing the vast business potential for Gearon. By supporting entrepreneurs, we contribute to the economic growth as a social responding impact.
Moving on to our financial projections, priced competitively at $5 per month. Subscriptions to our membership provides an exclusive access to our premium features that can be only experienced through our platform. Advertisement revenue will be generated by businesses who are eager to connect with our own engaged user base, which includes young entrepreneurs, investors, and possible mentors.
The estimated amount of funds Gearon requires to launch ranges from $4,700 to $15,000. We also plan to contract partnership with organizations who are willing to support young entrepreneurs in the form of grants and subsidies.
We have received testimonials from various venture capitals, which include Bong Ko, who is the founder of Hypothesis, Peter Brack, the former CEO of Redgate Media, and Michael Rennick, a current venture capital lawyer at Dentons. They see Gearon's unique approach as a potential game changer in the industry, emphasizing its provision of thoughtful education for youths. Their common advice was to secure a stable source of source of mentors, which we are currently finalizing in our business strategy.
Again, Gearon aims to support emerging business ideas and offer opportunities to the global youth population, regardless of the cultural and financial background. Thank you for listening, and we hope to
empower dreams one connection at a time.
Thank you. I believe your fee is $5 a month. Where does that come from?
That accounts for the subscription to our.
Oh, no. Why $5? Why not 10? Why not 15?
It's because since our main aim to create this app was to promote the support for young entrepreneurs without any inequalities based on their cultural and financial background, meaning having more higher price for their subscription fees, we kind of thought that it might limit some of the access to the resources, and thought our main revenue could be addressed or promoted through other strategies, including advertisement, or as we just stated, strategies, grants or subsidies from organized educational institutions. So that's why we thought $5 would be appropriate for our subscription fees. Thank you.
Similar question here. Have you thought about raising the fees over time based on the usage? Have you thought about when is the end of the life of a user? Is it 3 years on the platform, 5 years? How do you make your platform sticky versus competition?
So since our main audience are young entrepreneurs, despite the fact that our main audiences are young entrepreneurs, we're not really having this restriction on sign-up process. But since our main functions that we provide is more focused on the support that young entrepreneurs need, people who exceeds that specific age group will not gain a lot of support at an expected level from our platform, meaning that people will gradually try to find their own way of expanding their business once after they've received some kind of level of improvements from our Gearon. But since the cycle will repeat and the developed entrepreneurs will attract another young entrepreneurs into our platform, we can say that despite the fact that the cycle that one entrepreneurs proceed in Gearon is limited, but still the new audiences will be attracted in the endless cycle. Thank you.
Hi, so thank you. In terms of the mentorship experience, what do you think is required to make this a successful and a good mentoring experience, and how does your platform support that?
Yeah, so the barriers that we identified before was the lack of experience and also lack of resources or financial support. So by providing a mentorship of connections between young entrepreneurs and experienced one, the ways we're thinking are some of the workshops that we provide with a collaboration on the educational institution that we wanted to have a collaboration with, and other ways include one versus one connection that is supported by some of the, I would say, social media functions that is expressed and that is shown in this UI design. And by doing this, we can assure the one versus one connection between young entrepreneurs and experienced entrepreneurs, so that they could have some of this private conversation between these two. And this will assure a more sophisticated and detailed explanations or provision of resources to the young entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, big round of applause again to all of our teams. That concludes our session. As you can see, they have many creative ideas and so many innovations, and we're very excited to see where this goes in the future. So we will now move into a short break where the judges will deliberate and everyone else will have a time to network with each other and get to know one another, and also just time to breathe. now all of your pitches are done, so participants, you can now breathe. Okay, so thank you again to Julie and to the judges. Thank you also to families and attendees for sticking with us through this time. We are sorry we went a little bit over the time that was expected. So we are so excited to get to this next part. You know, it's the award ceremony and the one part that everyone has been saying, Miss Alatini, when is it happening? When is it happening? It's happening now. So thank you again to our participants. You know, we were blown away by your ideas and your innovation, and we look forward to a future that you are leading us to. You brought us solutions to problems and inventions that spark possibilities and businesses that will shake up the world. And so without further ado, the judges will be presenting the next part. For the second place winner today, you will be receiving a small monetary gift as well as some goodies. And for the first place team, you will be receiving an invitation to the Finance Summit at the University of Delaware from April 25th to April 27th. So, without further ado, we'll take it away to the judges.
Okay, who's going first?
Okay, so without further ado, I'll present the second place, which goes to Team Gearon.
Did they come up for a picture? Yeah. You want comments now or you want comments afterwards?
Oh, maybe comments now as well. Maybe, I don't know.
Here on center stage, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, center stage. And then look up the picture.
So I think what we all really, obviously we all enjoyed a very good presentation. Certainly the idea, about focusing on, you had a very strong focus on the target group and what their needs were, and then marrying it with a mentor, mentees, and then of course having a platform. You had a good competitor analysis, and then of course financial projections, quite interesting. Now, I think we also thought that this is certainly a project that has legs, and there's also elements where you can improve. Parts that we thought can definitely be more strengthened is, say for instance, how do you get the mentors to stick to your platform? I think if you could get that part answered, and then maybe look at your target audience. Is the 13 to 25, is that something that you want to look at across the entire spectrum, or do you want to maybe focus on something a little bit more, like say high school? So these are all, just questions that we had, but at the end of the day, I think we all felt that, this is, you had a really strong proposition, so congratulations.
Thank you to our judges again. So for all teams as well, I forgot to mention this, you will be receiving feedback, hopefully within 1 week, from all of our judges on your products and ideas so that we can, continue to further this as well. And so now for our presentation of our first place winner.
I think it's my honor today to announce the winner of the Diamond Challenge. And before I announce it, I would like to compliment all the teams for the presentation. I think that there's only one winner. I think it has also to do with the fact that some of your ideas and proposals were in an earlier stage than others, having a bit more thought and more discussions, and maybe some of the feedback we received from us and others, you will have a stronger comeback. So I believe all of you have something that I think is very doable and achievable. With that, from all the teams, I think we felt were the most advanced in their concept and their presentation was UniStep. We all felt that you had a great concept, a good presentation, and I think as you prepare for the challenge in Delaware, I think you'll have plenty of opportunity to refine it and make it even more appealing. So again, congratulations and a big round of applause.
Thank you again, and Team UniStep will be receiving an invitation to attend the Diamond Challenge at the University of Delaware in April. Thank you once again to all of the judges. From the bottom of our heart, thank you for continuing to celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. This is just one stepping stone in the very long careers that you will all have. We saw very good ideas and concepts. So go forth, dream big, and continue to change the world. Thank you.